How you doing, young lady? Y'all gonna be like that. I said, hey, how you doing? All right, you ain't got to like your mask on no more. Yeah, put your mask up. You can fight over that mask.
Y'all got some more family coming?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm about to say, my nephew, my his brother is coming.
Oh, sorry. All right, let's get going.
Wait, not yet, Mom, I want you guys. You got a watch the, Mr. Prosecutor?
I do, I saw him out there.
Okay, he's on. I need the phones off, on silent, cut them off or put them on silent, there should be absolutely no distraction. You gotta put your arms down, okay? My judge should not know you here. Come on in. Now you got to put your pants on, put your shirt down. You already talked to him?
Jalen McGowan.
Waiting on the, defendant.
Okay.
You gotta sit up here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So we have two homicide cases on our docket this afternoon. The first one that we're doing is Jalen McGowan. The defendant is Jalen McGowan. Now, I don't know who belongs to who here, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter. Let me caution you, I know how emotional cases like this can be, but there are to be no disturbances whatsoever in this courtroom. If there are any, you will find yourself not going out the door that you came, you'll be going out the side door here, which I don't think anyone wants to go. So I shouldn't even know that any of you are in the courtroom, okay? Understood?
Come on. Go back to the chair. Next to your turn.
Calling case 2359190, people of the state of Michigan versus Jalen McGowan. Defendant is charged in count 1 homicide, murder, first degree premeditated. Count 2 felony firearm. Appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. To your staff, this is Brian Johnson, for the people, 84143.
Good afternoon, this Honorable Court. Carla Marable, P number 62755, on behalf of Mr. McGowan. Please state your full name, sir.
Good morning, good afternoon, Judge McGowan.
There is date, time set for preliminary examination. Are we ready to proceed?
People are ready.
How many witnesses will be?
Just one.
Do you have any preliminary matters before we call your witness?
I have two, Your Honor. First, I would ask for a mutual order of sequestration with an exception for my officer in charge, Officer Brandon Stewart.
Any objection to the order?
I have no objection, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen in the courtroom, if you are a witness or potential witness, I'm ordering you to vacate the courtroom at this time. If you remain one that you are a witness, to make a mention of testifying at a later date. Also, people out there in YouTube land, if you are a witness or potential witness, I'm ordering you to log off at this time.
Your Honor, Ms. Maribel has been so kind as to stipulate the idea of the proceeding. I am going to enter in the medical examiner's report. I'm asked to enter it in under 766.11B, Michigan Land Law.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Indeed.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I publish the relevant portions to the court?
Yes.
I provided a copy to the court reporter. This is a medical examiner's report 23-11903. It is authored by Nicole Croom, CROOM, medical doctor, assistant medical examiner on a person named Don Juan Williams, DON. Next name is JUAN Williams, authored on September 28th, 2023. And it says that per investigation, the decedent was a 21-year-old phenotypic male who was conveyed to the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds. He was pronounced at 0111 hours on September 27th, 2023. Postmortem external examination revealed 3 gunshot wounds on the body, 1 on the head, 1 on the chest, and 1 in the right thigh. There was no soot or gunpowder stippling noted on the skin surrounding any of the wounds. Unless otherwise stated, the wound tracks are described when the body is viewed in standard anatomical position. The gunshot wounds are arbitrarily numbered for ease of description and do not reflect the sequence of firing. Dr. Kroom then goes on to list that there was a penetrating gunshot wound to the head, labeled GSW1, a penetrating gunshot wound to the chest, labeled as GSW2, and a perforating gunshot wound to the right thigh, which is GSW3. And in addition to the gunshot wounds, there was blunt force injuries to the head as follows. Externally, there was an abrasion with central laceration of the midline occipital region. And internally, there was a midline occipital scalp contusion, underlying the aforementioned laceration and fracture of the midline occiput, OCCIPUT. And then she talks about how the brain was edematous with mild patchy subarachnoid hemorrhage. Noted on the superior and inferior surfaces of bilateral frontal lobe to the right inferior temporal lobe. In consideration of the circumstances in the postmortem examination, it is my opinion that death was caused by multiple gunshot wounds, and the manner of death is homicide. So, in conclusion, she says that death was caused by multiple gunshot wounds, and the manner of death is homicide. People would like to call the first witness Erica Johnson.
Okay.
Erica Johnson.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Please step forward. Give your name and spelling to the young lady that's over there waving at you.
Hi. Is that your first name? R.I.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Thank you. Please have a seat in the witness box right next to me. Keep your voice up nice and loud and speak into that microphone that'll be to your left. You may begin when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Ms. Johnson. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, if I can't hear you, I'll ask you to speak up. Just speak into that microphone, speak up nice and loud, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Can you state and spell your name for the record one more time?
Erica Johnson, ERICA, Johnson, J-O-H-N,
Okay, and how old are you, Ms. Johnson?
25.
Okay, I'm gonna take you back to September 27, 2023. Do you remember that day?
Yes,
Okay, were you in the area of 18400 Waltham Street?
yes.
And what is, Waltham, W-A-L-T-H-A. And what is at that address? Okay, and were you there around 12:30 at night? Were you there at the nighttime?
Yes,
Okay, and what city is that in?
Detroit, Michigan.
And what county?
Okay.
And you said that that's your home?
Yes.
Okay, and what were you doing at your home then?
Enjoying my brother and his friends,
Okay, what do you mean enjoying? What were you guys doing?
playing cards, drinking, listening to music.
Okay, drinking alcohol?
Yes,
Okay, and playing cards, listening to music?
yes.
Okay, and who all was there?
A lot of my brother friends,
Okay,
because he just shot a video the other day, so they were just coming back. So,
okay, so your brother's friends were there? And do you know the names of your brother's friends?
no, it was a lot of people.
Okay, do you know about how many people were there? Okay. And were you guys, where in the house were you guys situated?
The dining room, kitchen area,
Okay, was it well lit?
yeah, the kitchen light was on, the dining room,
Okay, and where was everybody playing cards?
at the dining room table.
Okay, and who's your brother?
Um,
Okay, and how old is he? How old is he?
21.
Okay, and how long was he there at the house with you?
He just moved back home, I'll say, in 6 months.
Please speak into the microphone nice and loud.
He just moved back home, so I would say he's been home like 6 months.
So he lived with you?
Yes,
Okay, and that night, how long was he there at the house with you?
all that night.
All that night, okay. And at some point while you guys are hanging out playing cards, does somebody show up?
Yeah,
Without objection, leading. It's leading.
This is just,
It's a yes or no question. Does somebody show up?
yes,
Who shows up?
a group of girls and a few guys.
Okay, and who are the group of girls?
Jaleesa Robinson and her sisters.
Who is Jaleesa Robinson?
She was my son and my brother's hairdresser.
Okay, and you said a few boys showed up?
Yeah,
Who were the boys that showed up? How many? Let me start with this. How many?
it was 4 boys that I had seen before.
Okay. And had you seen, besides Jaleesa, had you seen any of the women before?
Yes,
Okay, so did you know them?
yeah, but not so much of their name, I just knew Jaleesa personally.
Okay. And do you know how they showed up?
Yeah, they drove.
Okay, do you know who drove? You don't know?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you know what kind of car they arrived in?
The exact car, no.
Do you know what color it was?
It was a green car,
Okay, do you know what kind of make it was?
no.
Was it a big car, a small
It
car?
was a smaller car.
And so can you estimate how many between the male and the female, males and females, how many people additionally showed up to your house?
Like I said, it was 4 guys that I never seen before.
Okay.
And Jaleesa and her sisters, and it was 2 other girls that I never seen before.
So about 7 or 8 people?
Yes,
Okay. So at this point, there are, is it fair to say there are like 19 to 20 people at your house?
I would say 15 at the most.
15 at the most, okay. And did they come in the door? They come,
Yes.
Did they knock on
Everybody came in the door.
okay. And were you introduced to any of the males?
No, I wasn't introduced to nobody, but I approached one of them.
One of the males?
Yes.
Okay. And did you get a name from that person?
I didn't ask him for his name.
Okay. And was there anybody there that you learned their name?
Yes.
Who?
Young,
Okay. And who was young?
him right there.
Okay. So how did you learn his name?
Because my brother approached him first and asked him what his name was.
Okay. And what did this person say?
His name is Young.
Okay. Do you see Youngin in the courtroom?
Yes,
Okay. Can you point to him and identify him by article of clothing he's wearing?
he right there, down green.
Okay. And what kind of hair does he have?
He got dreads.
Okay. Your Honor, may the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant?
So no,
And did you later learn this person's name?
Yeah, like I said, my brother asked me for his name, but when I approached him, I didn't ask him for his name.
Okay. Did you later learn his real name?
Yes,
What was that?
Yeah. Foundation. We need to lay a foundation before.
it's the same.
Now, what was this person doing in your house?
he was coming in and out the bathroom with Jaleesa.
Okay.
So I noticed him keep coming in and out the bathroom with Jaleesa. So I approached him
Okay.
and I said, "You good?" He said, "Yeah, I'm good."
Okay.
He said, "You know Malik?" I said, "Malik who?" He said, "Light skinned Malik that stayed down the street." I said, "Yeah, I know him. Why?" He said, "I was just asking." I said, "But you good?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I just want you to know you good. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You good."
Why did you ask him if he was good?
Because my brother's friends was saying he was an op.
Well, don't tell me what your brother's friends were saying, but why did you single him out because you felt suspicious?
I observed his movement, the
Okay.
way he kept going in and out the bathroom on his phone.
Okay. And was Don Williams, your brother, still in the house at this point?
Yes,
Okay. Now, this person, Youngin, what was he wearing at the time?
he was wearing like a ski mask, but his face wasn't covered.
Okay, so where was the ski mask? How was it on his face?
It was like this, and some of his dreads was hanging out at the top. But you could still see his tattoo a little bit.
So he was wearing a ski mask inside your house?
He didn't have it covering his face.
Okay, so you could see his face clearly?
Yes,
And the person, what was the person's hairstyle? It was Youngin's hairstyle?
like I said, it was under a ski mask, but you can tell he had dreads because the dreads was sticking out the top of the ski mask.
And what kind of clothes was he wearing?
He had on all black, I believe, but I know for sure he had on a varsity jacket.
Okay, like a high school or college
Yeah.
varsity jacket? And how long was Youngin in the house?
Honestly, 30 minutes at the most.
Okay. And during that time, did you have time to observe his movements within the house, observe what he looked like?
Yeah,
And was your brother still in the house at this point?
yeah,
Okay. At some point, let me ask you this, did you see Youngin and your brother having conversations inside the house?
yeah. We
Okay.
was all standing in a circle at the kitchen. And I approached him again. I said, "You know you good, bro." And my brother was like, "Yeah, you good, bro."
Objection to what the brother said, it calls for hearsay, Your Honor.
It's the same.
Don't tell me what your brother said, but did your brother and Youngin have a conversation?
No, that was all that was said between.
Okay. What was said between them? Did it seem like it was just a normal conversation, or did it seem heightened in some way?
No, it might be, from me looking at the situation, My brother was just reassuring him that he was okay.
So there was no yelling between?
No,
Okay, so you said Youngin was in the house for 30 minutes or so?
yes,
Okay. And during this time, did you ever ask him his real name, what his real name was?
no,
Okay, so you just knew him as Young?
yes,
Okay. At some point, did anybody leave?
yes,
Who left?
youngin,
Okay, and how long, do you recall what time he left?
no,
Okay,
everybody left, actually,
everybody left?
yes,
Okay, I just asked you this, was it dark when everybody left?
yes, but it wasn't dark because there's a street light right there in front of my house
Okay,
and my porch light was on.
okay. When everybody left, where did you go?
I was still on the porch.
Okay, so you went out, is your porch, like you went out your front porch?
Yeah, I never went in the house. My brother was outside.
Okay, so at some point you went from inside the house to outside the house on your porch?
No,
No? Okay,
during this, when we was all in the house, yeah, but once we was all outside, I stayed outside.
okay, that's what I mean. At some point you went from the house to the
Yes.
porch, okay, and you stayed on the porch?
Yes,
Okay. Where did Youngin go at this point?
at this point, I didn't even see him
Okay,
at all.
was he inside the house or outside the house?
He was outside the house.
And where was your brother?
My brother was outside the house as well.
Okay, what was your brother doing?
He was dealing with his friends, telling his friends to leave.
Okay, and, at this point, you said you didn't see where Youngin went?
No,
Okay, did, Youngin ever come back? Or did you ever see Youngin again?
yes,
Yeah. In what capacity? When did you see him again?
when he rolled the window down and shot my brother.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second, but the next time you see Youngin, where is
He's in the white SUV.
he? Okay, so, did you see him get into a white SUV?
No,
Okay, can you describe the white SUV?
it was just a white SUV. I don't know exactly what kind, but it was white and it had tinted windows.
Tinted windows, okay. Did it have all the windows?
Yes,
Okay, and the windows were up or down?
all of them was up.
Okay. So how did you know that, Youngin was in the vehicle?
Because when the window rolled down, I still see the ski mask he had on. It was like furry, and his dreads was still sticking out the top of it.
Okay, so at what point did the window roll down?
After my brother approached the car, and he
Okay.
was talking for a minute.
Okay, where was, let me ask you this, I should ask this further, where was the car at this point? SUV,
On the side of my house,
okay, and how far away were you from the car? Is that, you don't know?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't far.
Okay, did you have a clear line of view to the,
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
did you have a clear view of the vehicle?
Yes,
Okay. Were there any trees in the way or anything like that?
no,
So the window, when you first saw the vehicle, were the windows up or down?
Up.
At some point, did the windows go down?
one window,
Which window?
back,
Okay. Back driver or passenger?
back driver.
Okay. So when you're looking at the vehicle, what is the angle at which you're looking at the vehicle?
I'm looking at it from the driver's side.
Okay, so as you're looking at it, do you see the driver's side windows?
Yes,
Okay. And then you said you saw the back driver's side window go down?
yeah,
Okay. What did you see in that window, if anything?
I just seen him point a gun.
See, all right,
Well, and
hold on. Who did you see did you see anybody in the back?
I didn't see no one but the person that was in the window, and it was Youngin.
Okay, you saw, so where was Youngin in the vehicle?
Yes,
Where was he sitting?
behind the driver.
Okay. And did you see anybody else in the car?
No,
Okay. And what happened next? After the window goes down, you said you saw Youngin in the car. What do you see next?
the way my brother was there at the window, it was like he was holding on to the window, or they had hold on to him.
Okay.
Because it took a minute for my brother to drop.
Okay,
So it's like I said, it was like they was holding on to him or he was holding on to the car.
okay, so at some point, did your brother go up to the window?
Yes,
Okay, and is it,
someone called him to the car.
okay,
Objection. Was someone called into the, car, there has been a foundation laid for that.
there
I don't know what you mean.
I removed the objection.
did you hear anybody, did you hear Youngin say anything to your brother?
I don't know who voice it was, I just know it said Don.
Okay, and after you heard Don, did your brother respond to that?
Yeah, he walked over there.
Okay, and, was it just him that walked over there?
Yes,
Okay, and can you tell, I don't want you to tell me what your brother said, but can you tell if they're having a conversation?
yeah,
They are?
they were.
Okay. What did the conversation seem like? Did it seem like they were angry with each other, or did it seem like it was just a normal conversation?
It seemed like it was a normal conversation.
Okay, and how long were they talking?
5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. 5, 10 minutes just talking to
I
each
wouldn't
other?
even say 10 minutes, 5 at the most.
Okay. And what were you doing at this time?
On the porch, yelling.
Okay, what were you yelling at? Who were you yelling?
Well, I was yelling at my brother's friends
Okay, why?
because they was leaving him.
Okay. Like leaving him behind, you wanted,
So they was just leaving, period, in general.
okay, so as you're yelling at your friends, are you still notice your brother having a conversation with Youngin?
Yes,
Okay,
my eyes was like still stuck on him because I was trying to see who he was talking to.
and, how did you know it was Youngin in the car?
Like I said, he had on the same ski mask he had on in my house.
Was it up or down?
And his face was covered.
His face was covered, okay. Did you see what the person was wearing?
No,
Okay. Did you see anything about his hair?
yeah, the dreads, a few dreads were still sticking out at the top, but.
Is there any doubt in your mind that that was Youngin?
No,
After the 5 minutes of them talking, what does Youngin do?
like I said, it was like my brother was holding on to the car, or he was holding on to my brother.
Okay,
But he shot him twice, or 3, I don't know how many times in the chest.
who shot?
Youngin,
Okay, and how do you know that Youngin shot?
because I witnessed it, I seen it with my 2 eyes.
And how many shots did you hear?
Like, I would say like 6.
And after you heard the shots, did you see Youngin with a gun?
So they drove off, but when I was running towards my brother, they stopped, like they paused. So I backed up because I thought they was about to reverse.
Okay.
Then they pulled off.
Okay, so after you hear the shots, you said you heard about 6 shots.
Yeah,
What happens to your brother?
dropped to the ground.
Okay. And do you go to your brother?
Right.
Why couldn't?
I knew he was dead.
Did you find out that, did you eventually go up to him? Yeah? Okay. And was he deceased?
Yes,
Okay. You said the car took off. Did it have to back up or did it go straight? What direction?
it went straight, and it paused, and it went straight. I don't know if it turned out over, but if it kept straight.
Okay, so when you say that the car, the SUV was on the side of the house, was it on a side street?
Yes,
Okay, so did it just go straight?
yes.
So after your, let me ask you this. Did you see Youngin pull out again?
No,
Okay, so how do you know it
I
was,
just seen him pointing at my brother.
but did you see a gun?
Yes,
Okay, and did you see him physically shoot the shots?
yes,
Okay, and did you hear them?
yes.
And you said that you learned Youngin's real name?
Yes.
How did you learn it? From who? Let me ask you that. What was,
Your Honor, that would cause for hearsay.
It's identification.
from whom did you learn the name?
Teresa Robinson.
Okay, and Joyce Robinson is your hairstylist?
Yes.
Okay, and, what was that name? What was the name that was Young's real name?
Jamie Nicole.
I have no further questions, Mr. Jones.
Cross-examine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sorry.
I said before this miracle starts, I'm plugging my machine.
Okay.
Sorry. Ma'am,
Yes, please.
on September 27th, you're at your home, correct?
Yes.
And what time, do the people start to come over?
They was already there when I got home.
Okay, and what time do you get home?
So like 10:10.
10 o'clock at night, correct?
Yes.
When you say they were already there, you mean your brother and his friends, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And, you, in direct examination, you said you were drinking, correct?
I ain't say I was drinking. I said we all was drinking.
Okay, were you drinking, Ms. Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay, and you were smoking?
Yeah.
Okay. You were smoking marijuana, correct?
Yes.
Okay. At the time before this event, would you say that you were tipsy or intoxicated?
No, 'cause I didn't even know anybody was at my house.
Okay, so before this, had you been smoking marijuana all day?
So like I said, I didn't know anyone was at my house. I was with my kid.
Okay, so how much marijuana had you smoked before 10:10 p.m.?
I ain't smoking till I got home.
Okay, so you're at your house and your brother's there with his friends, correct?
Yes.
And y'all are just enjoying the night, correct?
Yes.
And this is when you engage in drinking and smoking, correct?
Yes.
So the question is, how much did you smoke before this event?
Honestly, I smoked too much.
2 blunts, okay. And how much did you drink?
I had one cup. I didn't even finish the cup. I was sipping on it.
Okay,
I wasn't tipsy at all.
so were you trying to enjoy yourself and relax and, feel good?
Anytime my brother have his friends over, I never try to enjoy myself and relax because I always watch them and see what they doing.
Okay, so you say that you always try to watch over them. This was the question. You say you had 2 blunts, correct? Marijuana, correct?
Yes.
And you had a cup, correct?
Yes.
So you wasn't abstaining from smoking and drinking, correct? You know what the word abstain means?
No.
You wasn't not going to smoke and drink, correct? You were smoking and drinking.
Yes.
Okay. So the purpose of smoking and drinking is to get tipsy or high, correct?
You could say that.
Okay. So at what time do the 4 boys come in?
Like 3 of them was already there.
Okay. Now, let's go into the 3 boys. They had dreadlocks, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it fair to say that most of the young men that were there that night had dreadlocks?
Most of the young men that did have dreadlocks, I knew them.
That was the question was, Ms. Johnson. And I know that this is very difficult for you, but the question was, most of the young men there had dreadlocks, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you say that in direct examination, you said about 15 people were in the house, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And y'all are smoking and drinking and got music on and playing cards, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now you say that a young man went in and out the bathroom. The bathroom is located on the first floor?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this particular person, did they go in the bathroom by themselves? Did they go in the bathroom with anybody else?
He went in the bathroom with Judicial.
Okay. And Jaleesa Robinson is who?
My son and my brother's jersey.
Okay. And she's there at the get together?
Yes.
Okay. Now, at this point, you never hear any argument, correct?
No.
You never hear any fussing or fighting or any aggression, correct?
No.
Okay. Now, somewhere in the direct examination, you say that your brother friends kept saying something about the ops. You remember that line of questioning?
Yes.
Okay, what is the ops? What does that mean?
Your guess is good as mine.
Okay, so when your brother friends are saying that, you don't know what that means, correct?
No.
Okay, but even though you don't know what that means, you said that you began to investigate.
Yeah, because they kept screaming, so I'm like, what's going on?
Okay, so your brother's friends are basically causing some confusion. When you say your brother friends, can you state their names?
No, I cannot, because there was a lot of them.
Okay, but the ones that were at the house, can you please state their name for the record?
I cannot tell you their names because I don't know their names. They're not my friends.
Okay, so even though you watch out for your brother and you try to oversee your brother, you don't know physically his friends' names?
I don't know.
Okay. So if you don't know his friend's name,
They don't always be there, man.
okay, let me check. You say that you don't know his friends' names, right?
I know the ones that wasn't there.
Okay, you know the ones that wasn't there. But, so, I wanna be clear. You're saying that the people inside the house was your brother's friends. If you don't know their names and they're yelling and screaming in your house, how do you know they were his friends?
Because I know we went to school all of them. My brother is from my class.
Okay,
He lived with these boys. I don't know these boys personally. My brother had his own life in the school.
okay, so you come to your house and it's some people in the house that you assume are your brother friends because they come from Mount Clemens and he lived with them, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't know their names?
Yeah, my brother reassured me like, everybody in here good.
Okay, but you, to this day, you don't know their names?
None of the namesakes asked.
Ask and answer.
Okay. I'll move on. Okay, so how many of them were there,
How many of who?
of your brother's friends in the house? You said it was 15 people
I
together,
would say, out of my brother's friends, it was 11 of them, including
Okay.
my brother.
11 of them, okay. And so they are getting rowdy in your house, correct?
They never got rowdy in my house.
You
It
said
was
there,
outside.
okay. So inside of the house, there's no confusion
There's no confusion, there's no commotion, none of that.
in the house, okay. So everybody's drinking, having a good time inside the house, correct?
Yes,
Okay, so at some point, when do people begin to leave? What time?
like around 12 o'clock.
Okay, so you get there 10:10 and people begin to leave about 12 o'clock. And in between these 2 hours, you're smoking marijuana and you're drinking, correct?
Yes,
And you are also letting young people in your house drink and smoke marijuana, correct?
they old enough.
How you know, if you don't know their names and you don't know any information about them, how you know they're old enough?
It wasn't on my behalf that I know how old they was or not. Their mother knew they was outside.
Okay, so to answer the question, you don't know how old they were, correct?
I don't.
Okay, but you're still as an adult letting people smoke and drink in your house.
Objection.
I didn't let anybody do anything.
I'll move on, Your Honor. Okay, so these young people that you're smoking and drinking with, at some point, what makes them go outside? Everybody's about to leave and go home?
Can I clarify something?
No, I'm asking you questions, Ms. Johnson. At some point, why do people go outside?
Because everybody else was outside. My brother approached his
Okay.
friends outside.
Okay, so at some point, the party moves from inside to outside, Ms. Johnson?
Yeah,
Okay, and at that point, it's 12 o'clock at night, so it's fair to say it's dark, correct?
yeah.
Okay, because 12 o'clock at night is dark. Okay. Now, you say that your brother 11 friends, where are they at? Down at the front porch, the back porch,
Everybody outside in front of my house.
in front of your house? Okay. Now. And do you know what the people are doing in front of the house? Just still smoking and drinking and?
Wasn't nobody smoking and drinking outside. My brother was arguing with his friends,
Okay.
telling them to leave.
Okay, your brother is arguing with his friends, correct?
Yes,
He's not arguing with the person named Youngin, correct?
no,
And he's arguing with his friends. Now, when you say he's arguing with his friends, what makes you think he's arguing with his friends? Because of their voices are raised?
they yelling, yes, they voices was raised.
Okay. Now, at this point, do you try to go and tell them to calm down?
Yeah,
So you tell your brother to calm down
yeah,
with his friends?
yeah,
Okay. Do you leave the porch and go out on the sidewalk and
in
tell
front of the
them?
house, yeah,
So you do leave the porch?
yeah,
Okay. And at this point, he's arguing with them and he's telling them to leave, right?
yeah,
But didn't you say that you're asking in direct examination, asking the friends, why are y'all leaving him?
yes,
Okay, if your brother's arguing with them and he's telling them to leave, why are you, the sister, asking them about why they're leaving the brother?
because what they was arguing about.
Okay. Okay. So you wanted your brother to go with someone that he was telling to leave and he's arguing with?
I didn't want him to go with nobody. I wanted them to stay there with my brother.
Okay, okay. But at this point, you wanted them to stay there with your brother, but there's been no hostility, no aggression with anybody except for your brother and his friends, correct?
You correct.
Okay. Now, so at some point, do people leave? Do people get in cars and leave?
Yeah,
Okay. So how many people, well, I'm quite sure 11 people get into a variety of cars, correct?
yes,
Okay, and at this time, you're watching the people leave, correct?
yes,
Okay. And you say there's a white SUV, so you never saw Youngin, the person you said Youngin, ever get into a car?
no,
Okay. Now, you said that inside of the house, the prosecutor asked you the clothing of Youngin and how. You remember that line of questioning?
yeah,
Okay, so this SUV that you see, how long after everybody leave do you see it?
it was there while my brother was arguing with his friends.
Okay, now, you say that the person that shot out of the SUV, right, had a ski mask on, correct?
Yes,
And that you could not see any of the person's clothing, correct?
yes,
Okay, so if the person had a ski mask and you couldn't see their face, and out of the 11 boys, many of the boys had dreadlocks, correct?
yeah,
Okay, so you didn't see, you don't know who shot your brother because you did not see the face, correct?
like I said, he had on the same ski mask he had on in my house.
Okay, so let's go to the ski mask. Explain the ski mask.
It was like furry, this regular ski mask, and then there's some furry kinds that little strings stick out.
Okay, now with the particular ski mask, in this particular group of kids, ski mask is very popular, correct?
And nobody had none on but them.
Okay, you didn't see anybody with anything on, correct?
No,
But you, as the adult in the house, you weren't checking bags or anything, correct? You don't know what was in their pockets or in cars, correct?
no one ever said I was the only adult in the house.
Okay, well, since it was your house, you didn't check any bags or anything, correct?
No, like I said, I came home to these people in the house.
Okay, now, so this particular ski mask, right, you said it was furry, right?
Yeah,
Okay. You couldn't see the person who shot your brother, once again, you didn't see their face, correct?
no,
You didn't see their clothing, correct?
no,
Okay. You're only going on the ski mask, and at the time that you see the shooting, how far are you from the car?
I'm not far at all.
Okay, so are you from the distance between me
I was
and
sitting
you?
right here to there, my brother was right there.
Okay,
Right,
So-
right now.
Right there in front of this line, my brother was there, I was here.
okay,
Approximately 10, 11 feet.
yes. So the way that you identify the shooter is not by any facial or body, only by the ski mask, correct?
Yes, and his dreads was still hanging on his ski mask like he was inside my house.
But the thing about the ski mask is, the ski mask is black, correct?
Yes,
And it's dark outside.
it's two lights outside,
Okay, but it's dark. It's 12 o'clock at night, correct?
but you can still see.
Okay, so you're looking at a car and you see a black ski mask, correct?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you, Ms. Johnson.
Can you redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, did you see anyone else out there with a ski mask?
no, sir,
Anyone else out there had a mask at all?
no, sir.
All right, any questions based on my question?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am, you may step down. Any other witnesses?
I don't think she's out there. Can I call for Kelsey Perry?
Sure.
Isn't that Kelsey Perry? Perry, yeah. No, okay, thank you. People have no more witnesses.
Any witnesses for the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the people would seek to bind over on all charges. I would reserve argument for half of the defense myself.
Ms. Merrill?
Your Honor, probable cause, as I know Your Honor is very well aware, is the lowest standard in the criminal justice system. You have to show that crime was committed and the probable cause that my client committed. In this particular case, I don't think there's enough of bind over. Only thing that she doesn't say, she said that the shooter had on a mask, and that's it. She didn't see the face. She never saw him get in the car. There has to be some kind of LexisNexis to connect the two. If you believe her testimony, like most favorable to the prosecution, she sees a person. First of all of the boys had dreadlocks. And I brought that out that a lot of the kids there at the party had dreadlocks, right? So that itself is not anything to identify someone. She said that she sees a ski mask that this person had on from 11, 12 feet away in the dark. I don't believe there's enough to bind over.
I believe that it's a question of fact, the jury. I believe that we have met probable cause. She did testify that he was in the house with her for 30 minutes or so, and she kept going up to him and asking if he was good, which allows for some up close personal observation of the defendant. And she knew him as youngin', and she was able to give details about what the ski mask looked like, and nobody else had a ski mask on. And of course, that there was 5 to 10 minutes, she said about 5 minutes of the defendant and her brother arguing regarding, or talking at least, in the car. This gave her ample time to know who was in the vehicle. The window was down, although it was dark. She said she could see because of the streetlights. And I believe that, based on all of her testimony, that she was a credible witness, and that it's at least a question of fact for a jury to find, for a fact finder. And I would ask that you find over on all terms.
Your Honor, unless the prosecutor misspoke. She never testified that there was arguing at the car. She never spoke about it. There was no conversation about there was argument in the car. She said that her brother was arguing with his friends, and she was wondering why were they leaving him.
She didn't say that they were arguing in the car, but she said there was some conversation at the
Yeah.
car.
And that's what
But
it
the
says.
prosecution, yeah, okay.
Somebody called him, somebody said, Don, and he walked over to the car and engaged them in a conversation. She also said that the window was rolled down. She was able to see the person that she believed to be the defendant, who was wearing the same ski mask that he had on earlier when he was in the house. She described the ski mask as a furry ski mask, and she said his dreadlocks were sticking out of it then, and they were sticking out of it while he was inside of the car. She said, although there were other people there who had dreadlocks, she knew who those other people were, that they were friends of her brother, and that although she knew who they were, she didn't necessarily know them by name. I found her testimony to be quite credible. I think if there's anyone who has a motivation to identify the killer of their brother, it would be the sister. The court, after hearing the testimony of the witness that testified, is satisfied that people have met their burden of probable cause as it relates to the charges contained in the complaint form. The court finds those charges were committed in the city of Detroit. The court finds probable cause to believe this has been committed. The defendant will be bound over to Wayne County Third Circuit Court Criminal Division for proceedings. His arraignment on the information date and time will be November 2nd, 2023 at 9:00 a.m. Then we will be remanded to the custody of Wayne County Sheriff.
Your Honor, can I get a DSU report? My client has no prior criminal record, and we're asking for a DSU report so that he can get back into school. Because can I argue bond?
On this first agreement, you must waste my time with it.
If I must waste your time?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, Your Honor, the only purpose for bond is that flight risk. My client is not a flight risk. He has strong family support here. So he's not a flight risk, and the protection of society. He has no prior violent criminal record. So those are the purpose of bond. Your Honor, he does go to school. He would like to get back into school. This case, there's an ID problem in this particular case. Now, she said that she saw a mask, but the way that she described it, she couldn't have saw the whole mask, because she said the person had it on top of their head. So she couldn't have saw the whole mask. We're just asking for a reasonable bond, Your Honor. Everyone is required for a bond.
Unless they pose a danger to the community or a flight risk.
He doesn't pose a flight risk, Your
I'm
Honor.
not so, I'm not-
He's a young person.
Okay, so if he does not pose a flight risk, I find that he is a potential danger to the community. And another thing I look at is the likelihood of conviction. And based on this witness's testimony, it was quite clear as to who she saw shoot and kill her brother in cold blood in the middle of the street. I find that the likelihood of conviction is also great. And he need not worry about school if he's convicted. He won't be going to any school outside of prison anyway. Right, so.
But I still get my DSU report, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You took.
Y'all hold on. Let them leave the floor. What's your name? What's your name?
Ernesto.
Name. No name.
No English.
You don't speak no English?
No hablo, no hablo.
No Espanol?
¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama?
Ernesto.
¿Qué?
When's birthday? I said birthday. Have a seat. No, have a seat right there. Yeah. Hey, how are you? I'm good. Nice.
We need two interpreters.
We
So let's state it on the record.
Because I asked the OIC, no, you weren't here, but I asked the OIC if the language, and one of them speaks zero English. And I was speaking to him earlier.
We made the statement on the record.
Are you the defendant's brother?
Yes.
Huh? Oh, you was the one last time, yeah. Okay, you can have a seat right there. We have to get an interpreter, we don't have any interpreters. Yeah, they have a court appointment. He's here.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Or I usually send it a digital one too, so just one copy. I'll double try.
That's the request form.
No, this is for, that's the, no, this is the protective order.
Oh,
Just to make sure. So I'm gonna send you a copy.
yeah.
And is there anything, I had another one? But, for Mr. Harrison,
So we're gonna do some, I don't think so.
Thank you, Mr. Yeah, it's usually, first door.
Is my client over there? Okay.
This is, Gonzalez.
I can't read exactly.
Last guy? No, Rubio.
Yes, he is.
Mr. Charcoal?
Yeah.
I speak in Spanish, so that's what's been going on.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yes.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
That's first other.
You understand English now?
Sound like partly.
She said she speaks.
She's speaking Spanish too.
Or she speaks?
Yes. Yeah, he mentioned some in English too.
Okay. That's fine. Unless we all go, no problem.
Si hay una persona quien puede traducir aquí en el edificio. I'm telling him that if there's an interpreter in the building, it's possible, pero si no, tenemos que continuar a otra fecha. ¿Y su hermano está aquí? ¿Cómo se llama la persona? Oh, who is he? Who is he the brother of? Is he the brother of the victim or the brother of the defendant?
Senora Barnwell, I had no idea you would try me.
That's right. Patois, English.
How many languages?
No, just two official languages, Spanish and English.
So then now we go try.
Okay, vamos a continuar.
Momento.
I wonder.
I knew what that meant. Momento. Wait one momento. Right, John? Wait, momento. Let me wait a moment.
Oh my God, I'm burning up. Okay. Es el hermano de Ian. ¿De él?
Okay, they're gonna work on it.
Oh, es el tío.
Okay, that's right.
Okay, okay, voy a darle mi tarjeta o no tarjeta, un papel con mi nombre y mi teléfono.
Here.
Soy. No es buena idea de hablar por teléfono porque él va a grabar ese report. Él va a grabar cada conversación. ¿Okay? ¿Entiende? No para este tipo de caso, no para un caso de asesinato. Soy mi nombre, voy a darle mi teléfono también y necesito su nombre. Soy la abogada para él. ¿Okay? Hey. Oh my God, I'm burning up. Me too. Es un celular. Este es un celular. No deja mensajes por voz, solamente texto. ¿Entiendes? Tiene correo electrónico. You don't have no email. You don't have email. Porque no hay traductoras ahora. Sí, porque ellos tienen que entender y el testigo también. Entonces, vamos a hacer hoy, pero tenemos que continuar. Yeah, regresar.
You're saying something.
Soy traductora.
You're showing me paperwork.
Usted tiene que entender, un traductor para el testigo, otro traductor por él. No hay nada ahora. ¿Ves por qué? This is their dangerous. Okay. Este es un caso de asesinato en el primer grado. ¿Ok? En el primer grado, la pena es la vida natural. Sí hay una condición, pero este es la primera audiencia. Vamos a tener muchas audiencias, pero este es el primer con testimonio, otras con testimonio, y después, quizás en 3 o 4 meses, el año que viene, él va a tener un juicio con testigos, con jurados, todo. ¿Entiendes? Okay. Sí, pero es muy serio, pero no disfrute ese pequeño teléfono, por favor. Porque todo está grabado, todas las conversaciones. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Muchas gracias. Tiene que esperar para
Sí,
la próxima fecha.
ok, yo tengo que salir ya, pero yo soy rápido.
Ms. Howell, can I help you?
Oh, entiendo.
But if this thing, you can see him.
Sí, él aparece aquí. Creo que él va a andar aquí.
I know, don't speak to him, you have to see.
No de hablar, pero de.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Check them out, see, make sure they phone on silent.
Okay. Because I'm ready.
Ms. Howell, can I help you?
We just gotta have another date.
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Howell?
Yo estoy listo, pero ese es
Yeah,
el
so-
número. Can I give this to you?
I'm sorry, so loud. Judge, I have an exam scheduled for tomorrow for Dominic Diggs. And 2 things. I wanted to see if I could get it adjourned since I was just retained, but if I can't, I wanted to let the prosecutor know so they can send me discovery.
Okay, you need to call Ms. Drain. Is it a domestic violence case?
Okay, I did send her an email. I thought she may have been in there.
Why don't you give her a call?
Okay, I will.
You got a number?
I can look up the office number, but I don't like have a cell phone or anything.
I'm gonna send you a number in the chat, okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, I'll just.
I need a new phone.
Which one you want down? Look at the other side of that. Let me see. Oh my God. You know what? I was at the doctor's office and I had to do blood work. We made me go to the
No, she's gonna call Ms. Drain.
I was so worried. It's very better. It's just like. Oh.
You never know.
It's a 6 shot.
I sent it to you, Ms. Howell.
Okay, Judge, I'm about to look. And also, what time is the exam scheduled for?
What's the defendant's name again?
Dominic Diggs?
I should have been out of controversy. I should have been out.
Said it's set
But
up
no,
tomorrow,
I had to
Diggs.
call. Oh my God. Look at you. You only have 50 minutes to get to the doctor. So I followed the GPS on it.
9 o'clock.
Okay, I do have some matters in circuit court, but I will try to be there as soon as I can, and I'll also be in touch with the court.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.
He's a nice guy, so I was not upset. He told me about it verbally and said, "There, you coming?" And said, "Are you coming?" I said, "You know what? I'm trying to see if I can change it up. I can change it." So. Go there. You know, doctor, she's not supposed to- Tell me, what do you see? I even saw her at the grocery store. I think I think my mother, we used to have a papaya tree right there. And she enjoyed it. So I told her today that I had a movie that like blueberries, strawberries. Never did I yogurt, eaten yogurt. Avocados. The outer things that I This is my second one. And I drove up to- And look, it's not like it's fancy, but I hear this fancy cars up here. I think the push button is a lot. They have that old smoking sign, one that was very nice, one. Jump over there. Okay, have one, they're working on it. Excuse me, there is a- Wait, we have two. Are you guys having testimony today?
You know what? I'm wondering if we could probably get away with one, if we gave the interpreter microphone for both the witness and the defendant to hear what's being said. And then you don't need an interpreter because you speak
Yeah, but
Spanish.
I need an interpreter. Whatever I say must be interpreted. Look, I got ears though. I got ears to hear what's going on.
Whatever
But
you
it's
say,
for a witness and the defendant.
whatever you say will be interpreted because
Right.
that's going to be the interpreter.
There's a witness, there's a defendant. She has to speak loudly now.
Right,
Okay,
speaking to the microphone
right, for both of them.
to hear. Exactly.
I
And
think
you
so,
can, you can communicate with your client on your own.
right, but he still has to hear from her.
Right. Which the
He has to-
interpreter,
I'm not-
the interpreter is going to speak into the microphone, so everybody in the courtroom is here.
So they're coming, so should I open up that now? They're working on the second.
Okay.
Oh, so they got it first. Okay. All right, well, things change very quickly. By the way, that thing to check in doesn't seem to be working.
I don't pay attention to it anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, I wanted to say, because they're gonna say, you never checked. We didn't see you. Guys, that's me. Okay, start, that's the. Yeah, Court of Appeals, when you go to argue, they scan you in. When you go to argue in Court of Appeals, they scan you in. Time of arrival.
Okay.
You're physically in the courtroom.
But, you know, we're always like here behind everybody else. When I first got here, we had some judges that were still trying to do this.
There's some judges that don't even want you to use your laptop in the court. I heard one of them. They want to call you.
Really?
She's over there.
Well,
Well, I don't know if she needs the people, she doesn't want lawyers in the audience to be on the outside.
So we got Wi-Fi in 2012.
Got it? I don't remember. Oh, yes, we had Wi-Fi.
We got Wi-Fi in 2012. I brought it in.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's where you go, when you were chief. They need to make a techie person chief again. Would you accept the position?
Let's keep it in,
Yeah.
Right.
Do they give you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said, no thanks. Right where I want to be. During that time also, it's going to be multiple ideas that need to update systems until we can utilize it for free
Really?
to the court.
You will have it still happen or you have it? Yeah.
I had proposed it, it was shot down.
Why can resist?
At that time, it was politics.
It might work now. But these guys are young. That's all. No, that's.
You have to like that all day. Wait for the fire.
So they need a test.
You wonder why it's always taking long.
Where did we go though? We cut it though, we might have to. Nice.
It's the one that they have.
Right. Judge, they can only get one,
Okay, send us the one.
and she'll be here in 45 minutes.
45.
Huh?
How many witnesses do you have, Mr. Keough?
Two, maybe three,
Guys,
45 minutes, Judge, I'd say.
Yes, yes. That's crazy. But then she has to report the company, they have to order an interpreter for the movie.
I have to
They
write.
need to pay that interpreter.
Oh, we know the district.
Let's have a defendant.
Step out.
Rubio. And next to the attorney. Ms. Thomas.
This is case 2-3-58987, people of the state of Michigan versus Manuel Ernesto Rubio Lee. Defendant is charged with count 1 homicide, murder first degree premeditated. Count 2 felony firearm. Appearances for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Judge. My name is James Kehoe. My phone number is 82812.
Good afternoon, Judge. Wendy Barnwell, is a 255 on behalf of Mr. Manuel Ernesto Rubio Oliva.
¿Cómo se llama, sir? Senor.
Ernesto Rubio.
All right, today's the daytime set for preliminary examination, however, we are in need of 2 Spanish interpreters. We have one that we've been able to get a hold of, but that interpreter will not be here for another 45 minutes. Ms. Kehoe indicates that he has 3 witnesses. That would take us, if we were to finish, well into the afternoon. And my understanding is the parties would rather adjourn this matter where we can have both interpreters here timely and proceed in that fashion. Is that right?
That's correct, Judge.
That's correct, Ms. Burnwell? And we're gonna adjourn this matter so we can have both.
Can we say the request of the court? Court cannot proceed without. Yes, Judge.
That's what.
All right, let's get together on the day here. It looks good on Halloween in the morning. 31st.
Yes, I have a PCC and an AOI, so yes.
10 o'clock.
Just one thing, there's. Judge, I think that's gonna work best for time.
Okay, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge, it should be good.
All right, thank you. So 2 interpreters and
Coming.
Wow.
I guess not.
we'll have to finish the document for today, folks. Same back station, same back time.
Even if that's a- Yeah.